Hello, everyone. In reference to the card I had Jim Kelly sign, shortly after that video, some jackass actually was trying to leave out the area in the wrong direction. And he came across the Jim Kelly table. He's coming from another signer's table. And people were bunched up and the security is trying to get him to go out the right way. But I end up being pushed, and I dropped the Jim Kelly card, unfortunately, and this end up being the result of that. You can see that it ruined the edge of the card, and this was a very beautiful card, by the way. But yeah, if I was to get this graded, it'd probably grade like a 3. But it is what it is. 2026 Chicago National. It was my first time. It was cool. These are some other cards that I got graded. This is my Reggie Jackson. I dropped this card too. I dropped like 3 cards. The Jim Kelly was not my fault. I did drop this card. And I don't know if you can tell, but I got lucky with this one. I think I might be a risen edge on this one, maybe, but I can't tell. But yeah, I dropped this card. It fell right between some guy's legs, and I was looking forward, and people started looking forward for me, and he was going to start looking forward. I was like, "Oh, wait a minute! Don't move any legs." I was like, because you're right on top of my card, bro. Like right between his legs. Like, let me get that card, bro. You know, like, do not move any of your legs. All right, this is my Allen Iverson card. And remember, I did ask suggestions for these for the autograph colors, and I end up choosing different colors. I mean, I think the Reggie Jackson was pretty cool. I had him do 2 different colors. Reggie Jackson, Mr. October, his nickname. Allen Iverson, oh my God, I didn't know Allen Iverson's autograph was trash. You guys could have told me that. I didn't know. Now, the inscription that I paid for, Q&A, answering the question, because he had 2 shoes named the answer on the question. That was pretty cool. But that's his auto. I didn't know most of the time Allen Iverson just signs his initials, which is not bad. If it looked decent, holy shit, Allen. Yeah, damn. That man, and I paid a pretty penny for this card. This is his rookie card, and I dropped this card. I accidentally, when I was getting it signed, I lost the sleeve. I actually lost the sleeve to the card. Right, it slipped. I couldn't find it, so I walked around, going to different tables, asking if they had an extra sleeve. Some asshole was trying to, oh, you can buy some sleeves. I don't want to buy any sleeves. I just need just one. And some nice gentleman at a table was like, I got an extra sleeve. Yeah, here. He gave me 1 sleeve. But before that, I actually dropped the freaking card. I'm not sure if you can see that corner. You can see that. I dropped the card. I freaking dropped it. And I was nervous too, because I turned around when I was looking for a table to go to. I looked around and my card was not on the what I was carrying it on anymore. I was like, oh my God. I think I had dropped it way back and somebody probably picked it up or stepped on it. But yeah, that's it right there. That's the corner that it dropped, that it fell on. I'm not sure if you can tell. I'm thinking maybe I can save the corner, hopefully, but I'm not sure. But I paid a pretty penny for this card, and yeah, authenticated by TriStar. But yeah, I didn't know. I probably, more than likely, if I knew that Allen Iverson's autograph was like that, I probably would have never got autographed, honestly. Now, those are 3 cards that I dropped. This one, I really screwed up. I screwed the pooch on this one, ladies and gentle, because I got the double auto. I had him sign his autograph in another color, which is cool. The inscription is supposed to say Dream Shake. I had him do it in freaking ink, yellow ink. and it doesn't even show up, and it looks like trash. I ruined the card. I should have had him do it in yellow paint. That would have showed up, but as soon as he did it, he looked at it. He was staring at the card, like, man, this is trash. He's like, this is. He looked. Hakeem looked at it. He was staring at it. And I was like, I know. I made the decision. I know. It's my fault. Because he looked at it like, I messed this up. Like, no, you didn't mess it up, bro. I asked you to sign with that, and yeah, it's my fault. This is one of my only one of ones I even own. So, if I can get this ink off, that'd be cool. But I don't think I can. You can't get that off though. There's no way. I ruin the card worse if I try to get that off. Man, I should have had him. I should have never did an inscription, or probably should have had him do it in yellow. Yellow paint. Sometimes a paint pen is the best. This is my Warren Moon auto. I had him do it in red, and it didn't. Since it's a dark card, it didn't show up. It showed up. The autograph showed up, but there's an inscription that says Hall of Fame, and that you can tell you can barely see that. I probably should have had him autograph it in white. But he autographed it across the pants, which was smart because I didn't even ask him to do that. Originally, I wanted him to autograph it in this area, which would have never showed up. And he autographs probably tens of millions of fucking cards, so he knows best. But yeah, I kind of messed up on that one. Yes, it doesn't sound good. I done showed you 4 cards. The best one so far is the Reggie Jackson. Hey, you live and you learn. That was my first time, so. And the Jim Kelly was still a nice auto, and he and the inscription was awesome too. But I dropped the card. Here we go, bam! I had to double up with the Rod Woodson. The blue one is really nice. The red didn't show up as much. It looks better with light on it, but without the light, it kind of does. It's actually a little dimmer. It barely looks like it shows up without the light showing on it. Actually, I'm looking at it off camera. You can barely see it, but while it's on camera, it shows up a lot better. But yeah, off camera, but the blue you can see that anytime. So yeah, the Rod Woodson autograph is pretty cool. I did the blue and red so to go with the Steelers symbol. This was Torrey Holt's first national. This was his first national. Oh my God, was that dust? But yeah, this was a really nice auto. I'm not taking that out. Yeah, this is a really nice auto. I had him do it in purple paint, violet paint, whatever you want to call it. My brother, I showed him this card, and he was like, "Yo, that has to be a better position than that." That's probably practice, bro. He probably in practice, or could be a photo shoot. Who knows? I had I had Roger Clemens do this in a paint pen. I started going with paint. I'm like, paint is the way with some of these cards. I had Roger Clemens do it with a paint pen. I had him do his nickname Rocket across the jersey as well. I wanted it right here, Rocket, but then I was like, it probably won't show up as well as it would on his jersey. You gotta think a lot of the cards that the manufacturers produce, when the guys sign the autos, they make the car specifically for an auto, so they have a whiteout area, so they can just sign on it, and it makes it pops and it comes out because they're signing in a white area. Cars is not built for autographs. You got to get it how you live. Earl Campbell signed a beautiful auto. He signed Hall of Fame. I asked him to sign. I wanted my inscription to be Tyler, the Tyler Rose. I guess that was a nickname that a sports analyst, a journalist, gave him. He was called the Tyler Rose because during that time he was like the hottest thing that ever came out of Tyler, Texas, and that was a nickname. I guess he didn't remember. He didn't want to sign it. He just like, nah, Hall of Fame. I was like, cool, no problem. You can sign Hall of Fame. That's only because his inscription was affordable. It was affordable enough that I didn't mind him signing Hall of Fame. But like with some of the other athletes, their inscriptions are pretty. It costs a pretty penny. So if it was an inscription that costs just as much as the auto, I would just ask for my I would have just asked for my ticket back so I can get a refund on that, because you got to think, people, these guys, they sign Hall of Fame all the time. Hall of Fame for free. I mean, Warren Moon put Hall of Fame on my card for free. So I'm not paying $160 for you not to sign what I want you to sign. I'm gonna want my money back, because I'm like, hey, I paid money for an inscription of my choice, not for you to just sign Hall of Fame, because people give Hall of Fame away for free. These are two of my favorite cards. Isaac Bruce. Beautiful auto. He put the inscription 80 on there for the free. I didn't have to ask him for it, but these are the colors I went with. I went with the pink and the purple paint. Isaac Bruce, he didn't really talk much. I didn't have no interaction with him, but hey, that autograph though, you can't beat that. That auto was nice. His teammate Torrey Holt was more energetic. That's because Isaac Bruce comes to these events all the time, and it was Torrey's first time, so he was a little excited. One of the best guys ever, Lawrence Taylor. He was cool as shit. He was honestly, Lawrence Taylor was my favorite. He was he was the best. Lawrence Taylor, he was the best on the field. He's a pretty good guy. He's a pretty good guy. He went ahead and signed Superman on there. That's one of his nicknames that he went by early in his career. This is his second year card. So, yeah. I thought I had dropped this card too, Butterfingers. I don't think I did drop this card. Mike Schmidt. When he said, there's a witness there. There's a witness sitting next to the athlete, and he's like, oh, what is your inscription going to be? And I said, better. He's like, better. He's like, what does that mean? Now, Mike Schmidt just was sitting there. He probably doesn't know what it means either, but he's like, well, you want me to sign better? Okay, cool, no problem, because I paid for the inscription. It's my money, whatever. But I told the guys, like, better was one of his nicknames. Better was one of his nicknames. Not a sports analyst, a commentator gave it to him back because he was just better than everybody. That's how he explained it. He's like, he was just better than everybody, so he gave him the nickname better. Cool ass. I had him sign this in ink. This is ink. Nice auto. Now this one. These are my two favorite right here. Well, the Isaac Bruce are two of my favorite ones, but this is one of my favorite. Right here, Luke Kuechly. Luke Kuechly, he's this is his rookie card as well. And he was even impressed. Like when he finished signing it, he was even impressed. He's like, that's a nice pen. He's like, that's nice. I was like, I know, bro. This is my first time ever using the pen. This is the first time I used the gold ink, the gold ink. He's like, that looks nice. I'm like, yeah, I know. We're both witnessing this in real time together for the first time. I didn't say all that. But for the inscription, I had him put no nickname because he didn't have a nickname. He didn't go by one. He was so good, he didn't need one. Luke Kuechly did not need a nickname. He's like, I don't even need one. I'm good. Just call me Luke. Oh, he put a 40 on there. I didn't know that. But yeah, this is a nice card. Sweet. And the last but not least, the double back with the Lawrence. I had him do purple ink. I was stomped on it, and then I was like, what should I do? What should I do? And I'm like, let me get the purple ink. I don't know if I should have. I think he inscribed the Hall of Fame. Did I even ask for an inscription? I did not ask for an inscription. I was going to get it inscribed. I changed my mind last minute. And I was like, nah, I'm not going to get it inscribed. I don't think it's enough room on the card for an inscription. and I just wanted the auto. He inscribed it for me for free. He did it for free. Told you they do the Hall of Fame for free a lot of times. But I got this signed first. I didn't get both of my cards signed at the same time. I got this signed first, went back all the way around and got this signed. And Lawrence is like, "You back already?" He's like, "What you doing back?" I'm like, "Man, I had to do this one first. This was the most important one. It's a 1 out of 2, and it's a flawless. Like, I had to get this one out the way with the thickness of it. Like, I had to get this one out the way. I wasn't trying to fumble around with both cards. So I came back to get the second one signed. And yeah, I had to make sure that I wasn't going to mess anything up with this one. But yeah, he was mad cool. And that was my time. That's what I went to the National for, was autographs specifically. So I didn't buy much. I didn't buy much anything except those in my early videos, those old school on wax junk packs. I spent like $30 at the National. So, but yeah, that was it. And I'll see you next time.